Okay, hey guys, this is part 2 of this watercolor chart. I'm going to make a quick, there we go. Okay, so part 2 of this watercolor chart, and this is where we're going to talk about the complementary colors and how we want to mix those colors to get maybe some sort of muddying effect, which is a really great tool to use, a great technique in watercolor. I mean, really in any watercolor. Anytime you're using, here, I can put it right here. Anytime you're using complementary colors, that's working across the color wheel. Your colors are going to turn muddy, and that's really great for shading. So you don't always want to use black because it's a shadow. You might want to have something blue and then shade in a little orange in there. Like, what if you had an orange and you wanted to shade in that dark side? You might be adding a little blue as opposed to black for the kind of shady side. And we've talked about that in class before. We've even practiced doing those things. Okay, so this is part 2. This is the complementary. So we just completed this. Well, I showed you the yellow, and you're going to complete your whole chart. I want to talk about, I'm going to tuck this under here. I want to talk about this second side. I don't know, I'll do that. Okay, my laptop. Okay, I want to talk about this second side where you're adding the complement, and you're going to have the same colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. First, you're going to have the pure color. Then you're going to add a little of the complement, 1+, and then you're going to add like a lot of the complement. And I'm just going to do the red and the orange for you, and then I'll show you the completed example, and then you'll get the idea, and then you'll complete this. And so some of you, this is all you have left to do. Here's a color wheel, so you know what the complements are. I bet let's see if I'll just keep this nearby so we can see that. I've got my watercolors right here. I'm reaching. Oh, I wasn't totally set up. That's okay. I'm not worried. I've got my rock and my water. You know what? That's going to be off camera for you, but you know that it's there. So I'm not worried. Oh, wait. What if I put this? Okay, I'm going to put this right here, actually. I'm going to put my rock on there. I don't want the rock to feel left out. It'll be so sad. Okay, now we're all on screen. So we got this. Okay, so what I want you to do here, the reason, again, we're using this for just shading techniques in watercolor, also just color mixing, color blending. This is going to be another wet-on-wet technique. Yeah, there's a lot of what we've done so far is using a lot of wet watercolors. We haven't done too much layering, but we're very familiar with this. Okay, so first things first, pure red. It's not going to blow your mind. We're just going to paint, oopsie, that is not a lot of pigment. Try that again. This is just red. Good for me. Yay, nicely done. Okay, red. Awesome. Now I'm going to add red again. I'm going to do each one of these kind of separately, one at a time. I'm going to add red, and then I'm going to add what I consider to be some of the complement. So the complement, we can see, is green. Green and red are across from each other. So I'm going to add some green, but not a ton of green. I just want to get like a mid-muddying. I don't even think that makes sense. All right, now I'm going to add a lot of my complement in the next. Ooh, really clean my brush very good there. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, I'm adding the complement anyway. But now I'm going to add what I consider to be more paper towel. More of the complement to get a muddier shading of my color. Nice. Okay. Blowing nobody's mind. This is great. All right, I'm going to do the orange one. Like I said, I'll just do 2, and then you'll be off and running, be able to do it the rest yourself. Did I? Oh, yeah. So here's just pure orange. Love it. And, of course, we can see on our little chart that directly across from orange is blue. Sorry, I did that weird. Blue and orange are across from each other, so now I know the complement is blue. First, I'm going to add a little bit of blue, and then I'm going to add a lot bit. A lot bit. Sorry. I know you don't really need to hear these things. Blue. Sometimes blue and purple can look similar. Blue's next to green when they're like in this pan watercolor looking kind of samey. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of blue here. That was too much, so I'm just going to, want a little shady version here. Maybe a little more. Oops, too much. Oh, I like that. Okay, then in my next one, I'm going to add kind of a lot of blue so I can get a really rich sort of shading. Nice. I'm going to go back to this guy. I'm going to give it a little more attention. All right, done and done. Keep it short. I said I was done, and then I wasn't done. All right, now I'm done. Okay, there you go. You get the idea. So here we're talking about mixing colors together for that effective shading. On the other side, we were talking about the order. There we go. The order of layering matters. Whether you put red on top first and then blue, or whether you put blue on top and then red. So these things matter, and this chart shows that side. And over here, the other thing we're showing is when you're muddying up your colors. Let me show you a finished version of that so that you can have an idea of what that is, and then you're done. You're going to finish this chart, photograph it, throw it up into your, that sounded funny, throw it up into your Google Classroom, and I will see it. And then we're done. So you have a lobster claw due today, and these two charts. Here's the second version. There we go. See down at the bottom? That's my complementary color mixing. Okay? All right. Thanks for listening, guys. See you soon.